This is People of the State of Michigan versus Timothy Stewart, docket number 20-305FH. And this was the time, well, no, this was not the time. The time was this morning, set for a pretrial and also the defendant's motion to modify bond conditions. Mr. Stewart did not appear, and I authorized a bench warrant. Did you want to speak to that, Mr. Marks?
Yes, Your Honor. I've had the opportunity as far as speaking to my client. He did acknowledge as far as speaking with pretrial. However, in his notes, he put it down for March the 25th as opposed to February 25th.
Okay.
As I told your law clerk, Mr. Stewart, he called me, I think about 1 o'clock. And that's when I contacted the court. So I would ask the court to set aside as far as the bench warrant, or recall the bench warrant, I'm sorry, and no sanctions against my client.
Okay, I have signed it, I believe, but it has not been filed. I will destroy the signed bench warrant. And then you had a motion to modify bond conditions?
Yes, Your Honor. Basically, since my client's been released from the Ingham County Jail, he contacted me about a day or so after he was released. He had started looking for work again. And most of the jobs to which he was being offered, to which had a decent income, was third shift. Understanding that there's a curfew involved with Mr. Stewart, as well as the tether, the GPS tether. I simply asked the court, and other than 9:40 this morning, since my client has been out, there's been no problems. The court understands the problems that he had prior to which he received a 30-day sanction as far as for that. So simply asked the court as far as to modify the bond to remove the curfew, which will allow him to work late third shifts. And then also as far as with the GPS tether, is my understanding in talking to my client, and this is second, third hearsay here, but the victim in this case has moved from the area. Now, I don't know if APA Allen can say yes or no to that, but that's what my client, what his friends, some family, I believe, have told him.
Okay, I'll just turn to the people for a response on the bond conditions, or anything else you want to respond to.
Thank you, Your Honor. I didn't have a problem with the changing of the curfew, but I haven't heard that the victims have moved. That's the first time I'm hearing of that aspect of it. But I don't have an issue with, I don't object to changing, modifying the curfew tether condition.
Right. Well, I'm sure that the people will be checking that out.
Okay.
But I don't have a problem with modifying the tether, but I got to know that he's got a job first. That is a third shift job. So if you know, Mr. Stewart, I would love it if you got a job. I think that'd be great. If you want to, you can represent to any potential employer that I am perfectly willing to modify your conditions and allow you to work a third shift. But before I do that, I want a letter from an employer on their letterhead sent to pretrial services that says, you know, Timothy Stewart is going to be employed here, and these are his days, hours, and location of work. And when we get that, I will be very, very happy to change things to allow you to work the third shift.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Then you're all set.
Okay. Did the court want to go on the record about this being the final pretrial, or because nothing has changed?
Nothing has changed, so I guess we just did our final pretrial.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Unless I didn't cut you off on that, did I? Yeah, okay. Okay.
Thanks,
Guess we'll
Judge.